Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums. Thank you for joining me for your Sagittarius season Astro-Tarot reading. So this is a general tarot reading meant for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and or Rising. So please only go with the messages that resonate with you. For more messages, I recommend that you check out the other astrological signs that correspond to your natal Sun, Moon, Venus, and or rising. So let's get into the Sagittarius season, which begins on Tuesday, November 22nd, when the Sun enters Sagittarius at 3:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we conclude Sagittarius season when the Sun enters Capricorn on Wednesday, December 21st at 4:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, welcoming in the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. So Sagittarius is really about coming into the darkness. The nights are getting longer, the days are getting very short. And we have the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck here because I feel that Sagittarius in some ways is a sacred rebel. So let's get an overall energy for you, Gemini. Okay, for you, we have number 2 with inner trust. Now, this is going to be important for you because we have Mars retrograde in Gemini. So it's easy to say something and then you spoke before you thought. So this is asking you to consider what you're going to say before you say it and how you're going to say that. Because with that Mars retrograde in Gemini, disagreements, misunderstandings, and you didn't necessarily mean to hurt someone's feelings. It just came out that way. Or it could be because they're so sensitive that they misunderstood what you meant. So again, with that Mars retrograde in Gemini, this is asking you to tune inside and listen to your heart. The mind is going to get caught up between the two hemispheres, but your heart will guide you true. So we also have, just before the new moon in Sagittarius, which occurs on Wednesday, November 23rd at 5:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, please adjust to your time zone. But early in the morning, in the AM, we have the Scorpio crone moon. This is a dark moon, and this is a perfect time for banishing any negative habits, thought forms, negative energies, doing that cleanse, getting rid of any kind of toxic energies. And that is going to trine with the Jupiter retrograde in Pisces. And Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it expands all this energy. And then we have it also trining Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which is going to dissolve. That's why I was saying this would be a great time to dissolve any kind of negative, toxic energies that you're feeling within yourself, outside yourself. It may not make sense to you, but you feel this inner urging to do this cleanse. And this is telling you to trust that feeling. So let's take a look at this new moon in Sagittarius energy, which just 5 minutes after the new moon, the exact conjunction with the sun, we have Jupiter in Pisces going direct at 6:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that will be very significant because, again, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter magnifies everything around it, and it's very abundant, and it can be very beneficial. Okay, here we have, look at this, surrender to the divine, the full moon. And the full moon is about illumination. And with this inner trust, something within you is illuminated in the subconscious mind. And the moon, the full moon, is seen during the nighttime, the unconscious time. Okay, so the day after the new moon, it is Thursday, November 24th, and the United States celebrates Thanksgiving. And the universe is sending out positive vibes to everybody to enjoy that evening. However, on Black Friday, the following day, this can be crazy. Here we have the moon making a loose T-square with the Mars retrograde. And Mars is in Gemini, like I told you earlier. And part of that T-square is this Jupiter, now direct in Pisces. And it's along with the Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So this is going to like maybe spark some arguments that blow up, get expanded, magnified, and then Neptune comes along and just kind of like dissolves it to where it's like you got the argument got so off track that you don't even know what you were arguing about in the first place. And then on Saturday, December 3rd, that Neptune in Pisces is going to go direct at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Wednesday, December 7th, we have the Gemini full moon, which is a perfect time for illuminating, completing something. And that will occur at 11:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's see what's being illuminated, what you're concluding. And here we have the full moon in Aquarius, to be real. Okay, surrender to the divine and be real. Trust your inner voice. Trust your heart. So let's take a look at animal spirit energy. We have on Tuesday, December 20th, as we're concluding Sagittarius season, some things happening on the west coast of the United States. So this will be Pacific Standard Time. And then the same thing will occur later on Wednesday, December 21st in the early morning. And there'll be a slight adjustment to that energy. So on Tuesday, the 20th, on Pacific Standard Time, so again, adjust to your time zone, we have a Scorpio void course moon that's trining with Neptune in Pisces, which is now direct. And this is going to be a great time for meditation, doing some deep reflection, and clearing up a lot of old emotional stuff. And this will be part of that surrendering to the divine. And that loose T-square with that Mars retrograde in Gemini, that could be some internal struggle for you as well. So let's take a look at your animal spirit here, Gemini. Okay, we have the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life, and that's with number 24. So be real, be authentic. Next, we have vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted with number 63. And I think that goes nicely with surrendering to the divine and trusting yourself. You know, the experience, that part of the experience that you might be feeling is like, wow, I wasted so much time on something that didn't come to fruition. But you learn something from that experience. It's practice. You're going to learn not to do that. And that experience may bring inspiration and a new idea to bring to life to help people from making the same mistake that you may have made. So let's go deeper into this with some tarot. So that energy that I was talking about that occurs on Tuesday, December 20th, Pacific time, on Wednesday, December 21st, before the sun moves into Capricorn, we have the moon in Sagittarius early in the morning around 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that Sagittarius moon is going to trine with Jupiter, now direct and now in Aries. Aries is the spark, the first sign of the astrological wheel. And this is about the self, about the ego. So here we're going to be expanding our confidence and expanding our ideas, and that will occur around 2:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then it'll be in the PM. It'll be 1:48 p.m. when the sun enters Capricorn, and 4:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that brings in the winter solstice. Okay, so we start with the Three of Pentacles. This is expanding contracts, your work. We have the High Priestess asking you to just trust it. You know, bringing your ideas to life. Finding a way to do that. Other people have an interest in what it is that you're doing. Next, we have the Five of Swords. I feel like this is that Mars energy in Gemini. And so you could be struggling with yourself, having this power struggle within. And here we have the World. Okay, some of you might be feeling like you're having a power struggle with the World, which is why I feel like you're drawn into doing something independently, because you've had your power taken away when you've worked for other companies, worked for other people. And here we have this inner trust. And the High Priestess is a solitary archetype. She is much like the librarian, the keeper of histories and prophecies, as well as your Akasha records. So you might be doing a soul search here that is connected with how you conduct your business. And again, those experiences where you felt defeated, it's not wasted. You learn something from that so that hopefully it doesn't happen to you again. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it gave you practice. Even though it didn't work out, it was good practice. And you just do it over and over, not repeating the mistakes, but rather refining your skills, your talents. Here we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're going to be able to walk away from that negative situation. There's something within you that's saying, I gotta take a break. And it falls under the High Priestess. You know, maybe going off to do some research as this person is walking away from a situation that he can no longer do anything about and moving towards the mountains, higher consciousness, solace, solitude, going within. And the High Priestess with this inner trust, this is about trusting your intuition, and maybe you need to go off and spend some time on your own so you can listen to your inner voice rather than the bickering, the disagreements of the outside world that's distracting you from your peace of mind. Next, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, confirmation. You need some peace of mind. You need to bring your thoughts together if you want to bring your ideas into life here. And this is the One Sword. Okay, don't, you know, the champion here in the Five of Swords, he's always going to be in a position where his position is going to be challenged. And the inexperienced one here is crying about the loss, to where this other person, this could have been the previous champion who's like, I'm finally relieved of the burden of always having to defend my position. I can now go off into the world and do something on my own. I have my own sword. I have my own ideas, because the swords represent the mental body. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Going into business for yourself, for many of you, doing something on your own. And here we start off with the Three of Pentacles, where somebody has commissioned what you do, commissioned your skills and talents. So now you can follow your own pathway. You're on the threshold of bringing those ideas into life. And as you pass through this threshold, and we have both these aces right here, you've made up your mind. You have your idea. You have refined your idea through practice, doing it over and over, getting better at what you do. And now you're ready to offer your product to the world, which we have above the pentacles here, which again, you're bringing your ideas to life. You're bringing those ideas to the world. And this is having the resources to do so. You may have found a way to maybe sell your idea or your talents. Enough money comes into you where you can now begin your own business or work for yourself or have a product that you can offer to the world. Okay, let's look at the wisdom of your reading here. And we begin with fork in the road. This, I feel, is kind of like the Five of Pentacles and the inner turmoil of going between the hemispheres of your own mind. And your card is saying inner trust, trust your heart. And so that's where you come into your path, which we have here with the Ace of Pentacles. You have to choose. and be real. Surrender to the divine. Then we have all that glitters. Experience has taught you that which is valuable and that which is just glitter and glamour. Next we have come to the edge. Have faith in what you have to offer the world. Here we have number 13, 16, and then 36. And you may be coming to the edge. As I said here, you're coming to a threshold here where you can embrace your hopes and dreams by bringing your ideas to life. You now have found the resources to do that. Nothing is wasted. You have your experience to share with the world. Now let's conclude this reading for you, Gemini, with a little bit of starlight. Okay, we begin with Morning Star. Keep shining even when the others have quit. Yeah, here you are. You're still shining. You're still refining your art. And you're going to carry on when others have given up. You're walking away from that energy of defeat. And here, the dark. Take a moment to sit under the star-speckled sky, listening to crickets and breathing in the cool night air. This is that inner trust, surrendering to the divine, being real, feeling the cold of the night. And of course, don't freeze out there, but enjoy that briskness of the coolness. Let it wake you up and stimulate you. Next we have, you got 2 cards here. We have breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. I feel like that goes with that vulture spirit where nothing is wasted. And breathe. Inhale stardust. Exhale magic. Come to the edge. Trust your heart. Trust your inner self. It will guide you into your own magic. You have magic that you are bringing through your idea that's very authentic, and you will reap the rewards. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to conclude it here. If you enjoyed this reading, give me a thumbs up or like this channel. Subscribe to this channel if you want. And until next time, take care.